How do you feel with the people, a lot of Puff's people not supporting him publicly? How did that make you feel?
I mean, it ain't really make me feel no kind of way because, for one, shit, I think it's very common and very usual that people don't support you when you go through your lowest moment. It's I'm just one of these people like, yo, I'm very optimistic. I'm even delusional. Ain't nobody supporting me through my lowest times. You know what I'm saying? Your lowest times belong to you, no matter what. No matter who was there, no matter who was laughing, and those are the good times. Everybody comes to the good times. You feel me? And motherfuckers ain't gonna support you like that. You know, that's not how it's ever been in the world. So to think that everybody gonna come or people not gonna leave, shit, it always been like that. You know what I'm saying? It always been like that. And
But it's different when you're Puff, like the
it's
whole
not you're
world.
he's a human being. Ain't no such
But
thing as
but his problem
nah.
is being viewed by the whole world. So
It
I
don't
feel
it
like,
don't matter.
but it still is. I feel like someone like him having some type of public.
Nah, nah, none of that matters. You can't make stuff up just because a person is some,
Now let me.
that it belongs to the world or it belongs to your peers. Everybody's shit is their shit, right? And part of life is go through your shit, get through your shit, grow through your shit. That's your shit. It's your shit to deal with. And whether you want to say God, the universe, nature, the forces, the whatever you want to call it, it'll be just you and that shit. If you a real man, you went through these moments in your life, or you're not a real man. Every man had a moment where it was just him and whatever God he served, whatever universe, whatever great forces. It's just you and that shit, yo. And whatever gorilla on your back, whatever problem you facing, you staring down a barrel of a motherfucking a vicious gun, and it's just you. Yo, listen, man. It be like that. It be like that, bro. Like it really be like that in life. And a man grows and gains his resilience through pain, through being left. I'm American Indian, right? And in one of our traditional ceremonies to becoming a man is you have to be left somewhere in a harsh condition or in the wilderness or in nature by yourself. So even when you look at the ancient wise people that were before us, they did these rituals to become men for their sons. This was a legacy that was handed down by your fathers. Your fathers would hand you down a legacy of leaving you alone, but preparing you for that moment, but to now be left alone to prove that you are becoming a man. And so sometimes culture finds its way of resurfacing. And we go through these times in life where we gotta fucking grow in an area in our life. Where in this particular area, I have to develop something more. You never stop growing. If you stop growing, you might as well die. So you go through this shit, and as egregious as it looks like what Puff went through and all his shit, guess what? He made it. He made it. So that means he didn't never need nobody. All he needed was the resilience that he had to stay down
Yeah.
till he come back up. He put the legal team around himself. He did what was necessary because he built a world where he could do that for himself. And to whom much is given, much is required. And there's a metaphor that I created. I didn't create it, but let's say I came up with this during the time of watching him go through what he went through. I said, you know what people love, man? People love to see the giants fall because it's just something about a giant falling that normalizes little people's failures too. So if a smaller person fails and is depressed because of these failures, nigga, it's hard to pay rent. It's hard to just eat. Sometimes, psychologically, seeing big giants fall, it make you feel a little bit better in yourself.
A little bit.
That's the selfishness of humans, man. That's some of the sick nature of, like, when they say misery loves company. I've noticed that we have a community that loves that. For some reason, they see we get somebody and we praise them, till they become gods to us. And then we crucify them, nigga. We want to put them on a cross. We want to watch them burn. That's like a part of the culture that I never been a part of, that I never agreed with, that I don't really fuck with that, because I've been at the bottom by myself at my lowest point. I've been going through certain shit in my life that nobody be there for you, bro. And you gotta make it through that shit. So I would never put my foot on the next nigga that's going through situations and dealing with that. I'd rather, if I could even just be an ear for that nigga could have went to jail for the rest of his life. So you wouldn't be an ear? You wouldn't just be a nigga he could call and be like, damn, bro, I just need somebody to talk to. You wouldn't be that person? Yeah. We that arrogant, we that perfect, we that whatever. You dig what I'm saying? And it's
Were you talking to him? Were you talking to him while he was in?
I was talking to his family.
Okay.
I didn't never talk to him when he was. I was with him up until the point where he got arrested. But I was talking to his sons, and I was talking to the family. Sometimes they'll FaceTime me when they leave court and shit, and we'll rap or whatever, and and they was giving me the updates through them. But I know that nigga was staying locked the fuck in to getting through his situation. But at the end of the day, like I said,
how do you feel when you heard the verdict?
Shit. Where I come from, we don't really want to see nobody go to jail for the rest of their life. If you didn't do something that we feel like is egregious on that type of level, we don't want to see you go to jail for the rest of your life, because where I'm from, a lot of niggas go to prison, lose a lot of their life, don't get to be with their family, don't get to raise their kids. So we don't, one of the things people say where I'm from, is, man, I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy. Yeah. Niggas say that where I'm from. And a lot of niggas mean that, Some people don't. But a lot of niggas mean that when they say that. Like, let's take care of this in the streets. I'm not trying to send niggas to jail. And so with Yo, it's like, nah, what I want to see a man with children and all them kids he got and everything that he worked for. Why I want to see this nigga go to jail for the rest of his life? That shit phony. Like, why as a black man do I want to wish jail on another black man? I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to wish jail on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a motherfucker got to pay for some shit they did, if they did some fucked up shit, they got to pay, then that shit is something that a nigga got to pay for. Like I said, we all go through our trials and tribulations and whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not wishing jail on nobody. At the end of the day, that's just, I'm not a police type nigga. Like, that ain't my style. Now, if you do some shit, with some kids or something, like where we draw the line type shit, then, you just a filthy, human being. But like, as I was watching the trial, cause like, I ain't gonna hold you, I'm watching the trial like, okay, cause I ain't know none of this, you feel me? I'm watching the trial and I'm like, as the shit that I was hearing and the shit that they was saying, I'm like, I didn't really see it on the level of like no Rico and no shit like that, where a nigga need to like go through that type of situation. So I'm like, nah, man, You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad it was that because I wouldn't even want to think of him as that type of individual. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you. I asked him questions before he got locked up about like this shit.
Oh wow.
Like I asked him questions. Like, yeah, you wouldn't?
Of course.
If that's your man, like I'm asking him real shit. Like, yo, why? You know, they say this or like I ain't never know nothing about his personal like stuff. But I would ask him shit, you know, like, you know, and then nigga tell me like, bro, man, I ain't never do that or I ain't never do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I ask a nigga straight up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nigga tell me like, bro, I ain't never do no shit. I ain't never in my life had to do this, or this. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? And I'm like, I take a nigga word for it because fuck you got a lot of me for.
Now, a lot of people think I'm a conspiracy theorist, and maybe I am, but you know, what do you, what do y'all feel? I mean, a lot of people feel that what Puff is going through is bigger than what we're seeing, and it's really, they feel like it could be Adagio or the people that were trying to sue him for $1 billion, and he
Yeah.
has bigger enemies that's creating these problems.
Well, all I can say is this, because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. That's another dog for another day. I really don't know. So I don't really like to speculate or just throw shit out there. But what I will say is, um, he ain't the first black man that went through that. You know, and then he got hit with something called the Mann Act, right? We know where the Mann Act comes from. You
That
know what I'm
was
saying?
Jake Johnson or
Jack
Johnson.
Johnson. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, go do your research so you can know. So we just won't be a society or a community of people that castigate and chase people down, not really fully understanding. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to throw nothing out there. You got to do your own due diligence. But like, if you know, you know. And that shit, what they like, if you just think about this right now, so you mean to tell me if you fly somebody out and y'all get busy, whatever, if you take somebody from here to there, cross state line for the purposes of sex, that could be determined as trafficking. You already got to know that that's crazy. If you and a person is in agreement with the whole thing, then that's nuts because how many people then did that? Like, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
At one point in time, girls were talking about getting flued out. That was the whole shit.
That was, yeah.
So now if you flew X, Y, and Z out, and then y'all did the yeah mean, and then let's say X, Y, and Z years later decide, maybe I wasn't really feeling that. Maybe, and then yeah, boy, that's tough. And that's why at the end of the day, get you a relationship, man. Get somebody that got you. Sit the fuck down. The streets is not. Get the fuck out of there. And I think the next level of this shit is about discipline, and it's about wisdom. Discipline means even the things I desire or even the things that I have urges for, I have to sustain. I have to stay away from those things, and I have to stay diligent in my work. If I fill myself up with work, if I fill myself up with tasks and goals, I really don't even got no time. I really don't even got no time for that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of black men need to deal with something in our community. There's something about our community that is hypersexual, and we're not dealing with it. I can't tell you the root cause of this shit, but we chase pussy, chasing pussy, chasing pussy. Like everything ends in pussy. Like imagine everything you do, pussy is the exclamation mark.
I mean, it's always been the whole concept of lineups and outfits and shit. Career is all based on that.
It gotta change. It gotta change.
Yeah.
Pussy can't be the exclamation mark no more.
Yeah.
You know, pussy phony. You know, at the end of the day, because it's not just pussy, it's attached to a person. And that person is attached to their traumas, they disdains, they past, right? Their anguish, you know, the things that, and so it's not just like you getting some ass ain't even like that whole shit, we have to reconfigure going to the club because you want to smash, that's out. That's over with. You might as well say that. You know how they had BC? Mm-hmm. You might as well say, so now we got BA, before ass, AP, after pussy. It's over. Focus. Build you an empire. Get you a wife. You know what I'm saying? Get you a husband. Whole culture, selling pussy, chasing pussy. That shit is corny. It's done. Yo, I'm in my life like trying to build and accomplish shit and stay focused. Sometimes you too focused even fuck your own wife.
Yeah.
So imagine running around just chasing scattered ass, and now the girls' ass is falling out the skirts and fall. Like, I ain't from that, bro. I'm from an era where the girls was a little bit more classy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, right? If a girl stripped, right? Let's say one of the homegirls or somebody we knew stripped. If we walked in the strip club, she'd run in the back, covering her breasts and shit up. She didn't even want niggas to know she stripped. Like, she felt ashamed. I just feel like, yo, we at a time right now where nobody feels ashamed for nothing. Everybody want their shit to be normal. And it's like, yo, we got to get back to real normal shit.
I mean, I think the era is just shot social media. I mean,
Yo,
in Chicago, they killing on live. It got to the point to where being real is beyond just
that's
real.
a whole nother, but see, that's like a whole.
But it's the same concept. It's attention.
But what I'm saying is that's a whole nother problem, not like a whole nother story.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this. We got to get back to the nuclear family. Mm-hmm. It ain't even really cool to be like, we got to get back to the nuclear family. Man, woman, children. Mm-hmm. Unit. Culture, class, legacy, heritage, customs, creeds, claims, land. Like, we got to get back to the nuclear family. Because what's going on right now, we so divided and fucked up, and we having a weak ass gender war and the beefs, and this podcast is doing this podcast. I don't want to see nobody talk about relationships. None. I don't want to see not one person talk about relationships. None. All you relationship failures, shut the fuck up. You niggas is relationship failures. I don't want to hear this shit, bro. I don't want to hear none of these niggas talking about what a woman want. I don't want to hear none of these women talking about all this dumbass shit, and y'all niggas is relationship failures. I don't want to hear no single people talking about marriage. I don't want to hear, like, shut the fuck up. Y'all pouring so much cantankerous fuck shit into people's ears. The women ain't doing nothing but piggybacking off of traumatized women. Mm-hmm. All these women is traumatized. A lot of them damn near hate men at this point because their encounters and their experiences have not been pleasant. And then the men is over here talking all this, men are the prize and all that. It's like, nigga, what in the feminine fuck? I'm tired of hearing this shit. Like, I need to see masculine men and feminine women and us making nuclear families again. Anything outside of that shit is for the birds, my nigga. I don't give a fuck if you a rapper, a trapper, a actor, a philanthropist, a fuckboy, or whatever. You need a family. If you're a fuckboy, go get a fuckboy family. Go get a fuck girl, have some fuck babies, whatever. Like, for real, you just gotta, cause you gotta get people that align with you wherever you are in life. The rest of this shit is like, it's out of here. The girls being freaks and extra this, that shit is corny. That shit is out. It's just out. Who thinks this shit is still fly in 2025? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to raise my motherfucking son to be a man, you know, set up my wife to have all her businesses, and we go do fly shit and live a fly ass life. We just came from fucking Hawaii. Beautiful. That's the fly shit. All this other shit is like, bro, this ain't it, bro. Like, we gotta do something new. And fellas gotta be okay with locking in and stop trying to, just lock in. Go ahead and lock in. You know what I'm saying? We all had our days. We wanted to run free.
But I think
But we gotta lock in. It's time to lock in for the culture.
for the culture.
For the culture. Because guess what? What legacy you gonna leave?
Mm-hmm.
You think about Oprah. That's a cricket. Real life cricket just now. Real shit.
Yeah.
Come on, Oprah.
No kids.
Oprah, you got anything left? I don't know if she got nothing left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody 12 o'clock that. Oprah.
Stedman.
No legacy. Stedman. Stedman. I don't even know what that even means. No babies. No, know what I'm saying? No legacy. Where we at? So
That's crazy.
we got to start thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael Jackson children. I don't know who they is. You know what I'm saying? It was like Michael Jackson, our greatest nigga, the greatest nigga that ever walked on fucking and moonwalked on the earth and earth walked on the moon and Michael Jackson? Who the fuck is them babies? You know what I'm saying?
Some white people's babies.
You dig? And so it's like legacy. You find out the legacy. Like when I think about the Wayans brothers,
Yeah, that's real legacy.
you know what I'm saying? And then look at all them brothers helping one another. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely one of the things that I loved about Puff though, at least like just being a dad, just really being there for his kids, and then you see how all his kids came together. One thing that you can know for sure, if it's one thing for sure, two things for certain. The measure of your fatherhood is reflected in the way your children love you. I don't give a fuck who you is. Over here, over there, over there. To them kids. The measure of your fatherhood will be reflected in the way your kids love you. Because a father is not the same as a mother.
Yeah.
A father gets scrutinized to the T. Nigga, everything you do wrong. So if your kids really huddle up when you are in your most detrimental situation, you know you've been a great dad, because it's hard to be a great dad.
Oh man, you can tell his kids love him.
Yeah, and so that's worth more than gold. Who gives a fuck if the rest of the world turned their back on that nigga? His main family didn't.
Stay strong.
Bro, that would have hurt more to see if his kids would have been like, I don't want to be next to dad, or I don't want, man, his kids was right there. Everybody's there, you know, and I know all them kids. They got beautiful souls, so.
Now, but one thing I really want to ask, and I can't seem to ask it right.
Why the fuck would you
right.
want to ask the shit you can't ask right?
Because I asked it, but I don't
This
think
nigga
you
just
took
said a Vlad ass setup. This nigga just visit. No.
You're in the inside. You see a lot.
No, I'm not.
But you're more inside than us, including me and the fans here in the world.
All right, but let's get something straight. Let's set a prerequisite. I'm the most anti-industry nigga.
100%.
But I don't know if a lot of niggas know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But this is why this question I'm
But hold on,
ask.
let me set the prerequisite. I'm a very private person. A lot of times, people only know what they see, and then you can see anything. I don't fuck with the industry like that. I'm not an industry nigga at all.
Yeah.
I stay home. You know.
You a family man?
I'm a family man. I'm vegan, so I don't really fit in nowhere where they don't got vegan food. So you know, you won't catch me this. I don't really drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I'm not fun. I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
So I'm like the nigga, like, I don't even like going out in the clubs like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll hang out so I'm in the industry, but I'm not industrialized. I don't fraternize and really fuck with
Yeah.
niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Now, the cool fly niggas in the industry that's real niggas and that whatever, y'all know who y'all is. But I don't really like I've never tried to really be an industry nigga. I've never done that. And that's maybe why I haven't yielded certain results because I don't, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like, I'm very to myself at the end of the day. So let's just make that as a prerequisite because I'm
Prerequisite.
not on the inside. Like, people think I be right there with
Yeah.
I'm seeing the shit go down. No, nigga, I'm not. Like, don't get it fucked
Oh,
up.
I'm
You see
sorry.
this? You
And
see
I'm.
this? Hold on. You see this? I don't have to go nowhere.
I already
I'm
know.
at home. I'm chilling. I'm big chilling.
I'm sure
Motherfuckers come
everybody
see
assumed.
me.
Everybody
Yeah.
assumed you was at the freak offs.
Yeah, but then listen, motherfuckers was saying that the freak off was the Diddy party, right? And so this is one thing that I didn't like. That when you say like when people turn their back, right? Because I don't think nobody is supposed to jump in your shit.
Yeah.
Like when you get yourself in some shit, you're a man. Go through your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm driving and I got the pistol under the seat, if 4 other people in the car, they should be able to get out the fucking car. Or I'm not a real nigga. Yo, bro, I'm putting the pistol right in the middle. That's corny.
That's
I
funny.
know this my gun. Y'all go ahead and get out, bro. It's mine, officer. It's called taking your charge.
Taking your charge.
So at the same time when we say like, yo, motherfuckers turn their back, but what motherfuckers, I get it. Cause it's a lonely, dark time. But what motherfuckers gonna do when this shit is so ugly, even being next to the situation makes you look like you said, you at the freak off or whatever they calling it. So one thing I didn't like though is that when motherfuckers was calling this freak, and I don't even like the word the freak offs, right? But calling that shit the Diddy party. People gotta historically fix the Diddy party because that's the fucked up shit. The Diddy party, everybody was at, and it had nothing to do with
Freak off.
something that was in this man's personal life. You feel what I'm saying? The Diddy parties was exclusive. They were high end. It was fashion. It was culture. It was a lot of R&B. A lot, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, R&B music and shit. Like, we was coming together. And so for all the people out there that ever been to Diddy parties that was afraid to say they went to a Diddy party because people were making it seem like the Diddy party was whatever this nigga had in his personal life, that's the corny shit, bro. Everybody got to tell the truth, yo. In Miami, LA, bro cultivated and curated some of the greatest parties of all time. And like I said, I'm a nigga who never did a drug. I've been in Hollywood for 16, 17 years. Well, not in Hollywood. I've been in LA, right? 16, 17 years. I've never done nothing outside of smoke weed. See what I'm saying? So you can be in the midst of things. If you are an individual who is okay with who you are, you don't never got to do nothing that's not you. And I don't advise no nigga to be something that you not, because where I come from, that's lame. You like I don't like I said, if you doing some shit that's not really you, it's not really justifiable if you feel inside of your heart this ain't you. You got to do you. And you shouldn't do nothing because you feel pressure or you feel like this makes me fit in. You shouldn't do nothing. Nothing at all in life. So that's just my prerequisite to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers would be like, you're in the industry. You're right there. You like motherfuckers that say that and then they ask you Illuminati questions and shit.
Yeah.
So you're in the industry when they're doing it. Like, nah, nigga. I don't know nothing about that shit. And so a lot of shit, bro, I don't be even,
But
you know.
but from what I wanted to ask
Yeah.
is you being inside of Puff's circle in the family, and you've seen a lot, being around for a lot of years. And I'm saying, is there anyone, you ain't got to name no names, but just thinking back in retrospect for the last 10 months, was there certain people that was very pro Puffy, and then around this time they just seemed like gone? and it just felt weird because these people, if if this wasn't going on, they're puffy 24 hours a day type shit, and then they just went brand new that you physically saw and it annoyed you. Was there a few people that just annoyed? You ain't gotta name no names.
No, nah. It's I on some real shit. I'm keep it real with you. I really just be minding my business, bro. Like I ain't even trying to say it slick to not answer the question to dodge this, cause I really don't. Like I said, the music industry don't feed me. I feed myself. That's why I've always been able to do me and do my own thing. But at the end of the day, like, nah, I don't really pay attention to that shit. Real shit. I got a whole different set of philosophies. And one of my philosophies is, you know, as a man, you go through your shit by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because like life is harsh or, you know, to be tough. I'm saying it because that's kind of like the universal system of like, even if you look back, whatever you may believe in the Bible, you may believe in the Quran, the Torah, Book of Enoch, the
Bhagavad
epics
Gita.
of Gilgamesh,
Bhagavad Gita.
right? I guarantee you there's a correlation in every story where someone was alone. And in that moment when they were alone, they meditated. And whenever they meditated, then they talked to whatever that higher power was. That's that time. That's that time when you alone. And so societally, it feels like everybody turned their back. It feels like I'm going through this by myself. I'm facing it great. But you gotta remember one thing about life, bro. Your life is about you.
Now, do you think, from knowing Puff, do you think Puff is gonna come out, God willing, and be appreciative, not appreciative, but like forgiving, and move on, or
He
you think
are
he's gonna have a chip on
he
his
are
shoulder?
nah, he ain't gonna have no chip on his shoulder. He you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you how he gonna be. He's gonna come out showing more love than before he went into the situation. He gonna come out because he's the type of nigga that really is going to appreciate what he just went through. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
And before he got locked up, the reason why I was with him is because I was making the No Way Out 2 album. So, you know, No Way Out 1 is a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
We was working on No Way Out 2. You feel me?
Wow.
And so we was working on that. So everything he was going through as it was occurring, you got to understand. I saw, well, we did the Love album first, right? Grammy nominated. I worked on that. I did like 7 records. I worked on 7 records on that. So
Wow.
then we was going into the No Way Out too. When he's going through all the stuff he was going through, I was one of the only people around, me and Stevie J, right? He didn't have many people even coming around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we was there and I was working on the shit. Me and Stevie was working on the shit. And just imagine all the stuff that's being said. And now all the stuff that can be added because we already started what sounds like a masterpiece. And maybe he wants to put that out when he comes home, or not immediately, but
Yeah.
maybe that's something he wants to do before he veers off into wherever. You know what I'm saying? But that was being done, and that's why I was there, because I was putting that shit together, and I'm one of the only people who, like you said, I've been so close. I could write from the perspectives of a lot of the shit that was in his mind, and he wanted to just tell me stuff to download me with information for me to write. You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to come up with some great stuff, you know, because that's one of my gifts. I could really channel and lock in. So yeah, man, that's another thing. But I think the nigga gonna come home and just really be appreciative. You know, probably gonna spend a lot of time with his family. They probably just go on, if they don't go on like a vacation somewhere and just chill, they'll probably all be somewhere together, and they're just gonna do a lot of family. They do a lot of family shit, so they're gonna do a lot of family and a lot of appreciation. And I think that's the time when you know, when you soul search and when you elevate whatever it is, we all got levels and we all got to keep going up. And so wherever you at, you can always go up. You know what I'm saying? You can always go up. So whatever he got to do, I think it's some more going up. I think it's some more soul searching and maybe even sourcing friends better. Like maybe even sourcing like the type of friends you might need. You know what I'm saying? I got some friends that ain't gonna turn their back on me no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like where we come from, we been like we bred for that. So like niggas ain't really gonna turn their back. I'm just saying when you a man, you go through shit by yourself because that's the shit that make you a man.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you already a man, you go through shit that make you even more of a man or humble you and break you back down to go through another cycle. It's life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of this experience. And everybody pointing fingers and it's like, nigga, all you niggas is going through something. You going through something right now you wish a person to save you from.
Yeah.
You not transparent and you not honest and vulnerable and saying it or your shit ain't being displayed in front of the world. See what I'm saying? So I'm the last person to judge niggas and point fingers and it just ain't my style. I think that shit is corny. I never liked it. People did it to me when they saw me in the picture with Jim, you know what I'm saying?
You and
Walking.
Groovy Lou?
That was the day that the Cassie thing had went on the internet. The video. That was my first time seeing it. And I didn't know it was from 8 years ago because I was just looking at that. It was popped up. And so I was running and asked the nigga, what the fuck is this, nigga? Like, when did you have time? Because I ain't see, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the nigga was telling me, we was walking down the street, and the nigga was just telling me the whole shit. Like, giving me the breakdown. And as we was walking down the street, a TMZ nigga was in the middle of the street, but he had his door open on his whip. And he was in between the windshield and the door, and he had a camera like this. So I'm talking to this nigga, and then I just look up and see this nigga, and that's why I was like, when I seen, and I stopped, and I was like, do we just walk into this guy and this camera and just introduce, like, do we do that, or do we just turn around and go back the other way?
Yeah.
Me, I would have just turned around, walked back the other way, and we just walked that way. Instead of walking right past this nigga's camera and he just get the greatest shot of all time.
Greatest of all time.
So that was me on my Baltimore shit, like shit. And I ain't gonna lie, and I was ready to run on the low too. Cause I ain't know, like, I'm like, boy, this could be the, like, they ain't catch me if you can. Fuck that shit. I would have swam across that Miami that little shit. I'd have swam to LA, you dumbass. No, I can't go. You got me fucked up. But no, though, I was mad nervous though, cause I'm like, what the fuck? I was caught off guard. I ain't used to know paparazzi run up on a nigga like that. That nigga had to been a military nigga. I ain't never see the paparazzi do it like that. Usually they just run up. You know what's happening. Oh, here come these niggas. That nigga had the car. That nigga was like Jason Bourne, nigga. That nigga had the car, the door open. He had the thing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, he got paid for that shot too.
That's what I'm saying. He knew that shit was probably about to change his life.
Oh yeah, that's probably 50.
And he was already ready. Like, he was already ready whenever. That nigga was ready.
Yeah.
As soon as we walked out the gate, he was right there. So that was like low key, that was an iconic moment though, because the way they framed it, and that picture gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
That picture gonna be all time. You know what I'm saying? But
I know you didn't got a lot of calls on that pic.
Not really, man. Cause for one, I don't answer my phone. That's for one. I'm not a phone nigga.
Yeah.
I don't got no ringer. I don't got no vibrate on my phone for the last 13 years.
Okay, I feel a lot better.
So whenever I talk to niggas when I get around to it.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly busy. I'm constantly having to work and build because I work alone. You know what I'm saying? And so when you a loner and you building, if I'm building a roof, when I got time to check a text, I'm building a roof. I'm protecting the house. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be on the phone, man. I hate the phones. I don't even be on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a phone nigga. I love in person. If you ever want me, pull up and we could talk all day, hang all day. You know I'ma feed you. Every time you pull up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Mama gonna
Mama,
fix the food
every time.
and we gonna chop it up. I'm that type of nigga. I hate the phones. I don't like being on the phone. I don't care what people say on the internet. None of that shit. Like I really don't give no kind of fucks. None, bro. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just cut different. Like I don't give a fuck what a nigga's talking about on the internet. When that shit ever meant something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit don't mean nothing, nigga. Like niggas be wasting their time. So whatever that is, I'd give a fuck. For real, nigga. I'm trying to get to a